We are now going to see the current situation at the site of the tragic nuclear accident that occurred in Japan. Please subscribe to our channel and give us a high rating. Check out of the hotel and head immediately to your destination. The weather is not good, but the forecast is for clear skies in the afternoon. This area is where houses were washed away by the massive tsunami that occurred in the 2011 earthquake and tsunami. The Great East Japan earthquake caused unprecedented damage, but few people are aware of the tragedy of a city that was rendered uninhabitable, not only by the tsunami, but also by the nuclear accident. We will travel from Narahamachi to Futaba-machi, a town by the sea in Fukushima Prefecture. We will travel north on a major national highway to visit the remains of the disaster from the Fukushima Daiichi nuclear power plant and beyond. The group of ruins along the national highway will be introduced in more detail later. The cars passing by are all reconstruction work vehicles. Decontamination of the area has been completed, but air radiation levels are still slightly higher than the norm, and the number of inhabitants living in the area is quite small. All stores are closed except for companies involved in the reconstruction project. There is absolutely no vibrancy in this town. The liveliness that existed before the earthquake may never return. From here, you will pass through the area closest to the Fukushima Daiichi nuclear power plant, where the accident occurred. This is a restricted residential area. All side roads extending from Route 6 are closed. Even in areas close to the plant, passing by in a vehicle is allowed, but getting out of a car or walking is forbidden. Air radiation levels are indicated in several places on the national highway. The 0.6 USVH that was displayed was not high. Removed debris is managed at the side of the road. This area used to be the busiest urban area. This is the first destination of the day. I am going to visit the Museum of the Nuclear Power Plant accident. This district was the first in the surrounding areas to be decontaminated and put into service for reconstruction. The vacant lot was damaged by the tsunami. Several companies have begun operations for reconstruction. The first destination is a facility located in the center of the reconstruction district. This trip to the Tohoku region, my main goal is to visit the remains of the 2011 earthquake. I had always wanted to visit the earthquake remains, and I was finally able to come. A place to listen to an introductory presentation on the significance and origins of the facility. The narration by Toshiyuki Nishida, a famous actor from Fukushima Prefecture, is very touching. The Fukushima Daiichi nuclear power plant started operation in 1971, the year I was born. It is truly chilling to recall the events of this area. The explosion of this nuclear power plant changed the fate of the surrounding area. The most impressive snap, in my opinion, nuclear power, energy for a bright future, is written on it. A diorama faithfully depicts the nuclear power plant after the explosion. My son toured the building at work a few months ago. He said that the rubble still remains as it was then. Triage at that time must have been painful for the medical staff. This is an area that was specially decontaminated quickly and used as a base for reconstruction. It's great that they were able to bring down the air radiation levels so much. All are equipped with such gates to keep people off the main national highway branch lines. I didn't know radiation could fly like this. The land where people lived before the earthquake. You suddenly had a 4-meter wall of water rushing in. This signboard was once a symbol of the city's development. A fire truck crushed by the tsunami. Now it is a symbol placed quietly. the only restaurant in the area across from the museum. Hokkaido's famous pork bowl, which lifted my slightly depressed spirits. It was the best recommendation of the store owner. Eating is very important. I felt very energetic. A few kilometers away from the train station in the center of town, in a former residential area. The once bustling city is now generally abandoned. Ruins of a hospital. Will the grass swallow it up? In any case, it is apparent that they evacuated in a hurry. Futaba Station was finally restored 9 years after the earthquake. The beige building at the far left is the town hall. The JR Joban line finally opened to traffic in its entirety 9 years after the earthquake. Walking around the once bustling city center around the station. Artwork that paints pictures on ruins. This library must have once been lively with the voices of children. There was a sake brewery. I don't think they make local sake here anymore. The city disappeared that day. The wheelchair is still there. I can see how they were evacuated in a hurry. Turn left and you will see the Fukushima Daiichi nuclear power plant. I heard that there is a tour of this building. This is the only place where the air radiation level is clearly high, unlike the surrounding areas. Still, I would like to visit the building to see the present condition of the building. A group of abandoned commercial stores scattered along a major national highway. Commerce may never be able to revive in this area. This is the site of a restaurant that used to be a popular conveyor belt sushi chain. It must have once been overflowing with customers. This is a casino in Japan. This ruin was the most haunting in terms of atmosphere. Visit the JR Joban line, which reopened 9 years after the earthquake, and the 3 stations that have been restored. The air radiation level here is quite low. Similarly, the surrounding area is full of ruins. Even the station closest to the Fukushima Daiichi nuclear power plant has this figure. I can only thank the workers who decontaminated the area. When will there be a timeline for debris disposal? We will visit the following earthquake remains in Fukushima Prefecture. It is less than 10 kilometers away from the Fukushima Daiichi nuclear power plant. An area that was designated as a danger zone and uninhabitable after a large tsunami hit and washed away all the houses. It was a miracle that all 93 students in the school were able to evacuate safely thanks to the prompt judgment and guidance of the teachers and staff. The tsunami wave height was as high as 15 meters. "93 children attended this elementary school. It was a Friday, March 11, 2011, when the students were busy preparing for their graduation ceremony. At 2:47 p.m., the teacher announced over the school announcement that the children were to evacuate to the school grounds. The walls of the classrooms were knocked down from south to north by the force of the tsunami. It can be seen that those closer to the sea suffered the stronger impact. At 2:49 p.m., the Japan Meteorological Agency issued a major tsunami warning for the coast. It was announced that a tsunami of 3 meters is expected here. A composite panel pulled away from the wall. The wall was washed away by the tsunami, and the complex board that managed the school system was ripped off the wall and stopped functioning. At 2:54 p.m. Teachers and children began evacuating to a nearby mountain. The children ran without their belongings. They did not even have time to put on their jackets, so they had to evacuate while enduring the cold. At 2:54 p.m. At the same time as the evacuation began toward the mountain, an earthquake of magnitude 6.1 occurred. 3:14 p.m. The tsunami height, initially announced as 3 meters, was revised to 6 meters. This is the kitchen where the lunch served to the children was prepared. All were destroyed by the tsunami. At 3:15 p.m., the teachers and children ran hard and reached the foot of the mountain. Evacuation route for teachers and children. The tsunami hit this elementary school. The tsunami reached a height of 15 meters. A 15-meter wall of water rushed in at once. 4:00 p.m. Teachers and children arrive at the top of the mountain. The teachers make sure that all the children are present. The teacher goes down the mountain to see what has happened to the school. But the town that was there only a few minutes ago is all gone, washed away by the water. 4:40 p.m. As they were freezing in the cold, a truck happened to pass by and took the children to safety in the back of the truck. The children huddled together in the freezing cold. The tsunami reached this height. The second floor of the school building was not hit by the tsunami. At that time, the school had a swimming pool for learning to swim. The railing of the pool was bent by the tsunami waves. You can imagine how powerful the waves were. I am staying in my car on this trip. I came to this hot spring today. I really wanted to eat a good local meal, but the restaurant ended early, so I came to a chain restaurant. Today's dinner is tofu salad and kushikatsu. The great thing about Japanese family restaurants is that they offer a wide variety of inexpensive and delicious food. You can also drink alcohol here, but we held back because we were driving here. This time, we are traveling in a Honda car, staying in the car. It will have full flat seats and we will sleep in a shrug. The roadside station is safe, quiet, and comfortable.
今日は道の駅角田に車中泊します。もう仙台が近いので、ちょっとその手前でお休みすることにしました。道の駅なのでトイレもあるし、さっき歯も磨いてきました。こうやって車で泊まってしまうと、ホテルをチェックアウトしたりとかチェックインしたりとか、そういう煩わしいことがないので本当楽ですね。はい、こんな感じで美容液パックもしてこのまま寝ちゃいます。今回ちょっと予定を決めてないんですが、私の仕事はオンラインでできるので、仕事しながら本州の、最北端、青森県の大間崎まで行ってみようかなと思っています。以上です。おやすみなさい。
From here, the road goes further north. We plan to visit some of the earthquake remains along the coast. In contrast to the miraculous elementary school introduced today, we will also visit the remains of a school where all the children were killed in the disaster. If you are interested, please take a look at the next video. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to our channel.